शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिपुङ्गस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादम् को न याति परां गतिं यः पठेत् सततं राम चरितामृतसागरम् अतृप्तस्तं मुनिं वन्दे प्राचेतसमकल्मषम् गोष्पदीकृतवाराशिं वशकीकृतराक्षसं रामायण महामाला रत्नं वन्दे लीलात्मजम् अञ्जनागर्भसम्भूतं जानकी शोकनाशनं कपीशमक्षहन्तारं वन्दे लङ्काभयङ्करम् उल्लङ्घ्य सिन्धोः सलिलं सलीलं यशोकवह्निं जनकात्मजायाः आधाय तेनैव ददाह लङ्कां नमामि तं प्राञ्जलिराञ्जनेयम् आञ्जनेयमदिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीयविग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम् वैदेही सहितं सुरद्रुमतले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परं व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिवृतं रामं भजे श्यामलं नमोऽस्तु रामाय सलक्ष्मणाय देव्यै च तस्यै जनकात्मजायै नमोऽस्तु रुद्रेन्द्रयमानिलेभ्यः नमोऽस्तु चन्द्रार्कमरुद्गणेभ्यः. Okay, let's start. So last time, if you remember, we were looking at Sarga 35, Sundarakandam, wherein finally Hanuman meets Sita. He introduces himself, but still Sita has some doubt in her mind. She assumes that it might be Ravana only in the form of a monkey. So that's when Sita requests Hanuman that you tell me the story of Rama, that is Sarga 35. Now, this is where, while he was telling the story, Hanuman also highlights this part that while you were being carried by Ravana, at that time you threw a few jewels down, and that was collected by us monkeys. Tatastvadgatra shobhini rakshasaryamanaya यान्याभरणजालानि पातितानि महीतले तानि सर्वाणि रामाय आनीय हरियूथपाः संदृष्टा दर्शयामासुः गतिं तु न विदुस्तव. So, collecting all the jewels that had fallen while you were being carried by Ravana, the leader of monkeys, Sugriva, he showed them to Rama when Rama and Lakshmana visited Kishkinda. So, looking at those jewels, Rama felt very happy. But Rama had tears in his eyes. He remembered you, and that's where he found out that truly these are your jewels. एवं विश्वासिता सीता हेतुभिः शोककर्षिता उपपन्नैरभिज्ञानैः दूतं तमवगच्छति. Now, little trust and belief started building in Sita when she saw her jewels. So now somewhere she could connect, saying that maybe yes, this would have I had thrown the jewels down. These monkeys would have collected. They would have shown it to Rama and so on. So hearing all this, little bit confidence started building in Sita. She started believing a bit in Rama, a bit in Hanuman, and she believed that surely the Hanuman is a messenger who has been sent by Rama. एतत्ते सर्वमाख्यातं समाश्वसिः मैथिली किं करोमि कथं वा ते रोचते प्रतियाम्यहम्. Now, after narrating everything, the entire story of Rama, Rama's qualities, after telling about the story of the jewels, finally now Hanuman asks, what else should I do so that you will believe me that I have truly been sent by Rama? You tell me what has to be done, or else I will go back. Pratiyamyaham. So now, after Hanuman had given his best, finally he tells Sita that now whatever you want, you tell me, I'll follow your orders. Now, Anguliya Pradhanam, again an important sarga of Sundarakandam, sarga 36. वानरोऽहं महाभागे दूतो रामस्य धीमतः रामनामाङ्कितं चेदं पश्यदेवङ्गुलीयकम्. Now finally Hanuman hands over the ring given by Rama to Sita. Pratyayartham tavanitam tena dattam mahatmana samashvasi bhadram te kshina dukkha phalahyasi. Pratyayartham. Pratyayartham means as a sign of proof or as an evidence, Rama has handed this ring to me. He has told me that you give it to Sita. So now you get free, you calm down, you be blessed. All your sorrows, grief, everything has come to an end. Finally, you accept this ring which is given to me by Rama to give it to you. Now here a question might come. Why did Hanuman not hand over the ring in the first place? Right? He could have directly handed over the ring. He didn't do that. He tells the entire story of Rama. He first meets Sita physically, and then towards the end, when literally he felt that still Sita is not able to believe me, at that time finally he hands over the ring. Can anyone guess why it is so? First only if he would have handed the ring, it would have been good, right? Why did Hanuman do this? Anyone can guess? Okay, so he waited for the confirmation that the lady is Sita. What else? Okay. So one reason, as Vahitaji rightly said, is maybe he was not sure that the lady was Sita. But still, once he came to know that it was Sita because she was crying, this, that, and so on, still then also, before he directly went and addressed her, he was sure that she was Sita. Then also he did not hand over the ring. He told the entire story of Rama. He told this, he told that. Lastly, towards the end of Sarga 35, that is one of the biggest Sargas, roughly about 89, 90 verses. Still, he did not hand over, right? Only after everything was done, he handed. So here, why this happened is, if firstly, or in the first instance only, if he would have handed the ring of Rama, Sita would have never believed. Why? Because the ring can also be stolen, right? So she would have assumed that maybe he's a monkey or maybe someone sent by Ravana. So he could have stolen the ring and he has just bought it in front of me to show that I am a messenger sent by Rama or this ring has been given by Rama. So therefore, Hanuman did not hand over the ring directly in the first instance because just by showing the ring, the person cannot believe. And that too, Sita was in a state wherein it was very difficult for her to believe. That's the reason why here also, initially, if you remember, we had seen even when Hanuman comes and introduces himself, tells the story of Rama, still she finds it difficult to believe and she keeps on questioning in different ways. And still the questioning will continue, wherein in different ways she questions, are you really Ramaduta, this, that, and she tests Hanuman in various ways. So that's the reason why Hanuman did not hand over the ring the first instance. He met Sita, he was sure that the lady was Sita. Then, as told by Sita, he told the entire story of Rama. And finally, when he felt that Sita had some belief in him, Sita had developed trust, finally, then he handed over the ring which was given by Rama. Next. गृहीत्वा प्रेक्षमाणा सा भर्तुः करविभूषणं भर्तारमिव सम्प्राप्ता जानकी मुदिता भवत्. Looking at the ring, she became very happy. She saluted, she kept it on her head, and she felt delighted. She felt very happy. She felt as if Rama himself had arrived. Now here, न हि त्वां प्राकृतं मन्ये वानरं वानरर्षभ यस्य ते नास्ति सन्त्रासो रावणान्नापि सम्भ्रमः. Here now Sita, she doubts Hanuman again. But in what instances she tells you're not a normal monkey because you are not afraid of the great Rakshasa Ravana also. And a normal monkey cannot do things that you are doing. So first you reveal me your true identity. अर्हसे च कपिश्रेष्ठ मया समभिभाषितुं यद्यसि प्रेषितस्तेन रामेण विदितात्मना. Now she tells that because you have been sent by Rama, I can speak to you nicely now. So therefore, now I really want to know who you are. I know you're not an ordinary monkey. नित्यं ध्यानपरो रामो नित्यं शोकपरायणः नान्यच्चिन्तयते किञ्चित् स तु कामवशं गतः. Now Hanuman tells about the condition of Rama to Sita. Tells Rama is always lost in your thoughts. He is also in grief like you. He also has love for you. He is always thinking about you. And he never goes to sleep. Even if he sleeps, in his sleep also he keeps on muttering Sita, 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 and so on. Now Listening to these words of Hanuman, Sita also recollects the moments that she spent with Sita, with Rama, and she also plunges into grief. Now, looking at the condition of Sita, finally, now little Hanuman was hesitant. How can I tell Sita directly? But finally, he courageously tells Sita that he gives an offer, saying that if you are so much in trouble and grief, I will take you back to Rama, and you sit on my back, I will carry you over the ocean. Now, here, how Sita declines the offer, let's have a look. ऐश्वर्ये वा सुविस्तीर्णे व्यसने वा सुदारुणे रज्ज्वेव पुरुषं बद्ध्वा कृतान्तः परिकर्षति. Now Sita talks to Hanuman. He tells that whatever has happened, now listening to the condition of Rama, Sita also feels bad. And Sita tells that whatever has happened is destiny. So let us just accept that and move ahead. विधिर्नूनमसंहार्यः प्राणिनां प्लवगोत्तम सौमित्रिं मां च रामं च व्यसनैः पश्य मोहिताम्. So here she tells that it is not possible for vidhi noonam asamharyaha. For living beings like us, it is not possible to overcome destiny. So that is how we have been affected. How Rama, Saumitri, that is Lakshmana, and my own self, we are all afflicted with grief. Now here there is again a conflict. Till about a few moments back, what happens is Sita was also grieving, right? She was also cursing herself. She wanted to end her life, this, that, everything. Now, how come courage came in her? Now, how come she is trying to convince Rama now? This is again human tendency. Now, you see what happens is if there are two people, two of us, we are conversing, we are speaking with each other. I tell you my dukkha, you tell your dukkha. But what happens is whenever one person is telling about his own, this happened with me, that happened with me, or my reasons of dukkha, at that time, when once I finish that, once the opposite person starts speaking about his dukkha, slowly we at that time realize that we have to console. Right? No, it's okay. We can overcome it. This is how it is. This is destiny, right? But the same thing, we don't recollect when it comes to us. I'll give you a simple example for this. Now, when things happen with us, we feel that, oh, all the problems in the world have come and fallen upon me. But when the same thing happens with someone else, we have an easy attitude there, saying that, no, it's okay, we'll overcome this. So, for this, there can be two explanations. One is maybe when we listen to someone else's dukkha, it is human tendency to console the person, or another practical or logical reason is we have not gone through that, so we cannot relate much. We just randomly assure them, saying that things will be fine. So the same thing here, Sita also does. But in this case, the first explanation is valid. She could not bear to hear about the grief of Rama, and that's when she tells Hanuman that all this is destiny. Myself, Rama, Lakshmana, and everyone who's around, all of us, whatever has been going on, we have to experience that. Saying so, she consoles Hanuman, Rama, and ultimately herself. So this is something wherein whenever she speaks, Sarga 37 little contradicts, and some people will have a confusion here. Maybe a few minutes back, Sita was crying, she wanted to end her life, she was plunged in grief. Now, how come she's speaking this way? For this is the explanation. Whenever she could not bear to hear about the dukkha of Rama, and that's when she tries to console. सवाच्य संवरस्वेति यावदेव न पूर्यते अयं संवत्सरः कालः तावद्धि मम जीवितम्. She finally comes to the point and tells Hanuman that I have only 1 year's time. That only this time has been given to me by Ravana. Rama, you immediately go inform Rama that whatever action he wants to take, he has to do it immediately, otherwise I will not survive. वर्तते दशमो मासो द्वौ तु शेषौ प्लवङ्गम रावणेन नृशंसेन समयो यः कृतो मम. She tells already this is the end of the 12th month. 2 more months are only there, and so now in the next 2 months, whatever you want to do, you have to do it immediately. 10 months are already done. Now here what happens is, now little she also talks about the family of Vibhishana, the brother of Ravana. Now here, one thing you have to remember. Before this, now here, whatever she had heard the conversation, the same thing she is telling Hanuman now. But if you remember, Ravana himself had told Sita, he had given her a time period. That is there. Apart from that, one of the Vanaras who were there, was the daughter Jeshta Kanya Nala Nama. It is not actually Nala. Some references it is Kala. Okay, Kala or Nala. She is said to be the daughter of Vibhishana. She was sent by Vibhishana's wife, that is her mother, who came and told Sita personally that only 2 months and things like that are remaining for you. Otherwise, Ravana will take some serious action against you. So the same story she conveys Hanuman. विभीषणेन च भ्रात्रा मम निर्यातनं प्रति अनुनीतः प्रयत्नेन न च तत्कुरुते मतिं मम प्रतिप्रदानं हि रावणस्य न रोचते रावणं मार्गते सङ्ख्ये मृत्युः कालवशं गतं ज्येष्ठा कन्या कला नाम विभीषणसुता कपे तया ममेदमाख्यातं मात्रा प्रहितया स्वयं. So basically this, that Vibhishana put in efforts to advise Ravana to return me back, but Ravana did not agree. He did not listen. He himself wants to put him into trouble and so on. All this Vibhishana, the brother of Ravana, has advised him, but he did not listen. This now, how come Sita gets to know about this is Vibhishana's daughter Kala. Now here it's given Nala, but it has to be Kala. So note down both if you want. Kala, she came and she told me this personally. So this is how Sita also, when she speaks with proofs. Yeah, yes, Sanjeev, you want to say something? Kala, yeah, that's what it has to be Kala only, not Nala. But anyway, it's like it can be a little Pata Veda. That's okay. Just note down. Okay, next. So this is how Sita also, when she speaks with proofs. That is, this is how I got to know the news. She does not randomly say that Vibhishana's wife came, his daughter came, and so on. Now here, through all these proofs, why I'm highlighting on this part is there is no place at all to judge anything or to feel. There is no place of doubt at all. This is the reason why the way Valmiki has portrayed, the way Ramayana has been written, there is no place for doubt at all. Whether such things have really happened or is it just a fairy tale, there is no place at all to question this, because whenever Sita speaks, she speaks with truth. Now she had not mentioned verse number 11 of Sarga 37, the Jeshta Kanya Kalanama. If this verse say was not there, only the first two verses were there, saying that Ravana's brother Vibhishana, he had put in efforts to advise Ravana, but he did not listen, and ultimately it will result in his. Ultimately, Vibhishana told that if you don't do this, then it will lead to a battle which will result in Ravana's death. Now, here a question will definitely come saying that how come Sita got to know about this? She was living in Ashokavana, she had never met Vibhishana, from where this reference comes. So, immediately here Sita and Valmiki also portrays it rightly, saying that how I came to know about this. Now, even all of us also, if we had not seen this verse, obviously this doubt would have come, right? How come Sita got to know about this? There would have been Sita is only there in Ashokavana. Vibhishana never came to meet Sita. So how she came to know about this? This question already comes, but then the clarification is given by Sita only. So like this, in many, so there is no place for doubt at all. Hanuman also has no doubt in his mind because Sita had clarified things clearly. So this is the speciality of Ramayana, Valmiki, Sita, and whoever speaks, all the characters, and that's the reason why when we speak about Pramanas, we have Vedas, Vedanta, Itihasam, Purana, right? So Itihasas and also Puranas for that matter. But Itihasas, when you say, there is no place for doubt at all. It's just the way we interpret. So some people who call whether Ramayana has actually happened, Mahabharata has actually happened, and so on. That is a research matter which is separate in itself. But would there can be no place for, you can say, doubt or how things would have happened, right? There is no place for questioning at all because everything has been mentioned clearly. It's just that we have to read things properly. So here one more reference we get, that Vibhishana had a daughter whose name was Kala. Now there are references which say that Vibhishana's wife was Trijata, Vibhishana's daughter was Trijata, and so on. But as such, that reference here has not been mentioned. Here we have reference of Vibhishana's daughter being Kala. So this is explanation which Sita gives. Further, now listening to all this, Hanuman feels really bad and he also arrives at a solution. He tells Sita, Athava mochayishyami tvamandeva varanane asma dukha duparoha mama prishtamanindite. Hanuman tells, if you don't mind, you please sit on my back. Today only I'll free you from my grief. I'll carry you over the ocean. I have anyway crossed the ocean and come here, so I'll take you back also in a similar manner. त्वां हि पृष्ठगतां कृत्वा सन्तरिष्यामि सागरं शक्तिरस्ति हि मे वोढुं लङ्कामपि सरावणाम्. He tells, placing you on my back, I shall cross over the ocean, and I am so powerful that I can carry the entire Lanka also on my back along with Ravana. So carrying you should not be a problem at all. But here, Hanuman also, he doesn't force things. He tells Sita, he just requests her, he advises her, if you wish, I can take you back. This is what Hanuman tells. But Sita, here, Sita's replies. This is in short what Sita replies is. Hanuman's offer is genuine. Now, here, why this has been mentioned is there is no place for doubt. How can Hanuman, he is an Ashtika Brahmachari, how can he touch another woman? Or why does he want to carry away Sita directly? Now, just there have been, you can say, a few minutes back only, actually, Sita has met, sorry, Hanuman, though he has portrayed things in a good way and belief has been built in the mind of Sita, still you can never believe anyone, right? There can be a very, you can say, it can be the trick of Hanuman also. But still, so like this, there can be different interpretations, but Hanuman's offer was genuine. And he said that safely, I can carry you, I have the capacity also. I've crossed over the ocean, so if you want, you tell me, I'll carry you. But now Sita says no. She has different reasons. One is, while you are carrying me back, if I fall down, what? Very practical reason. Second is, what if the demons here and Ravana himself, they see you taking me back and they come to fight? You are only one, they will be in many. Then she tells, as per my Pativratyam, I do not touch any other man than Rama, so I cannot come with you. This can be considered as, you can say, a third reason as such, not that important. Now, why so? Of course, Pativratyam is no doubt, you can say, it is important. It is, we cannot consider that. But when someone is in danger also, we don't do that, right? Say, for example, you're walking on the road. Males here, you're walking on the road. If a female falls down, obviously we go to help, right? No, 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 I cannot touch any other woman apart from my wife. We don't wait there, right? Or similarly, it can be vice versa. So, if someone is in danger, we don't think, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? We immediately go and we help, right? So this is the mentality which even Hanuman also has here. But she tells that no. Why she tells this is Sita is not a fool here. Now here always note that though Ramayana, though we have other characters all in our religious stories and scriptures, always note that they are not fools at all. When they make such statements, they have a very, you can say, a deep thought process behind this. What is that is? Well, there are many reasons. Sita, first of all, she tells that if today you carry me on your back and go, the entire world in future, it can be in Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, and so on, people will always keep names upon Rama, saying that this man could never take care of his wife. A monkey came from somewhere, carried Sita on his back, and went away. Rama's fame will all go away. Secondly, I want Rama only to come. Now, this is not mentioned directly in the Ramayana, but in the Tikakaras, in the commentaries, you come across this. Sita actually wanted Rama to come to Lanka to see the troubles which have been endured by her, put in efforts, fight the Rama Ravana Yuddham, and so on. So that's the reason why here Sita doesn't go with Hanuman. Then, obviously, you have destiny, which has its role to play. Rama's avatara has taken to Rama, one purpose of Rama Avatara is to kill Ravana, right? So any other person like Hanuman also they cannot kill. So of course destiny also has its own role to play. So these were different reasons why Sita does not go along with Hanuman. And she tells Hanuman that your offer I highly respect. You have those feelings for me, but I cannot accept that because there are different reasons. And she gives these reasons also to Hanuman. She tells that कामं त्वमसि पर्याप्तो निहन्तुं सर्वराक्षसान् राघवस्य यशो हि ये त्वया शस्तैस्तु राक्षसैः. She tells, no doubt you can kill all demons, you can carry me on my back, but by doing this, fame of Rama will go away. Yadi Ramo dashagrivam iha hatva sa bandhavam mamido grihya gaccheta tattasya sadrisham bhavet. It is always better and proper if Rama comes here, he kills Ravana and then he takes me. भर्तुर्भक्तिं पुरस्कृत्य रामादन्यस्य वानर नाहं स्प्रष्टुं स्वतो गात्रम् इच्छेयं वानरोत्तम. As per my Pativratyam, I don't, as far as possible, I don't want to touch any other man's body of my free will than Rama. So I told you the reason for this. But here there can be one more reason here why Sita refuses. In this case, is already she had the experience of Ravana, right? So though she did not do it on purpose, but still when Ravana came to attack her, you can say abduct her, at that time she had a bad experience when another man came near her, so automatically fear develops. Just as now as kids also, you see, if we burn our hands, then the child, you see, for months together, it will not even go near fire. Right? Even if somewhere you have a small flame or a candle or even a lamp that is burning, the child doesn't go near that place. Why? Because it has got the experience that the lamp or this fire has burnt my hand. Similarly here, whenever we have some experience, we are always careful about it, right? So the same thing here happens with Sita also. She had a very bad experience after coming across, you can say, though she did not do it, but forcefully, when a man came near her, she had a very bad experience. Therefore, now she doesn't want to take that risk. And obviously, of course, you have the Pativratyam and so on. She says, if necessary, I will do, but I don't think it is needed. So now I'll not come along with you. Next, this was Sarga 37. Let's continue Sarga 38. So now Hanuman, he tells, okay, whatever I gave you my offer that you come along with me, you don't wish to come, that is fine. But at least now you give some message so that I can convey that to Rama, that Rama also believes that I actually came and I met you. So for that, Hanuman, he praises Sita. Dvitiyam karanam yacha bravishi vinayanvite रामादन्यस्य नार्हामि संस्पर्शमिति जानकी एतत्ते सदृशं देवी पत्न्यास्तस्य महात्मनः गायन्या त्वामृते देवी ब्रूयाद्वचनमीदृशम्. Here now Hanuman praises the Pativratyam of Sita and tells that I'm very happy, or you can say, when you said this line that I must not touch any other person than Rama, this shows your character. And this again shows that now this is not only again limited for, you can say, a husband-wife relationship, or you can say a Pativratyam, Patni Vratyam, and so on. But in general, the trust that a person has, now it can be even amongst two people, right? Say, for example, if I assure you something, that trust should be there and I should not break that trust, right? Like, say, for example, if someone tells, no, you wait here only, tomorrow I will come. You wait for me patiently. And then we don't do that. Maybe we say, no, I don't want it from you. I don't want you to come. I'll take someone else along with me. I'm just giving you a simple example. That's where we break trust, right? So there can be situations which can be a bit tough. Say, for example, the person whom we have promised that we'll spend time together or so, still maybe they're causing a lot of troubles also, or maybe it can be in any relationship, right? It can be maybe with our own children, with our own parents, or in our own, you can say, husband wife relationships. There are problems that come in, but that doesn't mean that every day we keep changing, right? No, for today you are my son, this person is troubling me very much, tomorrow I'll go and live with another person, and so on. We don't do that, right? There are problems that come, but we have to stick to that. Of course, in today's times we see that people keep, changing and bluffing about, right? But that should not be there. So Sundarakandam here, through the character of Sita, through this conversation that takes place between Sita and Hanuman, it shows the importance of relationships also. So Sundarakandam also tries to show not only the story of Hanuman and, you can say, Rama, Sita, how he crossed over the ocean, what he saw in Lanka, how was Ravana, and so on, but it also shows a way of life, how a person should lead, how belief should be there in everyday life, how we can apply these principles. That also Sundarakandam tries to show. Just as here, Sita tells that Sita tries to show with her behavior that she shows here with her character. She tries to show that there will be problems that come in. No one is perfect, right? And there can be even tough situations like things are happening here, but still then we should never lose trust or belief on people. We should never go upon cheating people. So this is what she tries, this is a message that is conveyed through this sarga, through these verses especially. And that's why Hanuman, he praises Sita. One is of course no doubt for her character. Secondly, how we can apply these principles is through this way, that there can be situations wherein a person who is very much close to us can also cheat us at times. Let's not say cheat us, but things can be also difficult for that person. And here there is one more thing which tries to show is sometimes when things don't happen the way we want, we feel that okay, maybe this person is shrewd or things are not working the way I want, the person himself is bad and so on. It might not always be that way. The opposite person may genuinely be in some trouble also, and that's the reason why we are not getting the expected result. So why always to think only about the negative things? Like here also, Sita, she never thought negative about Rama, right? So he is evil, he is this, he doesn't have the capacity, this, that. No, she had full faith on Rama. Of course, it was getting delayed. Even for a person like Rama, who was an Avatara Purusha, it took 10 months. 10 months, almost a year, right? To reach Sita. But patience was the key. Sita never lost trust on Rama. So this is what is portrayed. इच्छामि त्वां समानेतुम् अद्यैव रघुबन्धन गुरुस्नेहेन भक्त्या च नान्यथैतदुदाहृतम्. Here Hanuman, to be on the safer side, he clarifies himself. He says, I put my offer. No doubt you have given me your explanation why you don't want to come with me. Let me also clarify from my side. I just wanted to take you out of my love and devotion to Rama so that you can unite with Rama quickly and nothing else. So I don't have any other intention. यदि नोत्सहसे यातुं मया सार्धमनिन्दिते अभिज्ञानं प्रयच्छत्वं जानीयाद् राघवो हि यत्. It's okay if you don't wish to come with me, but at least you tell me, you give me something so that Rama also can identify. Just as Rama gave me a ring to give it to you, you also, if you have something, you give me that and maybe convey a message so that I can tell the same to Rama. Now here Sita is a bit confused. Now when Hanuman tells this, little Sita in her mind also, she has little bit of doubt coming here. And then she tells, Yadidau Purushavyagro Vaivagni Samatejaso Suranam Abhidurdarshao Kimartham Mamupekshataha. Little here again human tendency is seen. Now just now I told you, Sita, though she had a lot of belief on Rama, still it is human tendency, right? Like for us also, though we might believe a person totally, but still somewhere little the why such things are happening, or why is this person behaving this way with me? Okay, he might be in some trouble, he might be in a genuine problem, this, that, everything is fine, but still, why he's behaving this way? He can surely maybe give me a call and tell me, he can message me and tell me. Such thoughts always come, right? Wherein we feel, we expect something from the opposite person. Same thoughts come in the mind of Sita also, saying that both Rama and Lakshmana are such powerful men, but still, why they are not able to come till now? Why they are not able to rescue me? Why do I have to hear all this from this Vanara who comes and tells me that no, Rama will come, I have been sent by Rama, and so on. ममैव दुष्कृतं किञ्चिन् महदस्ति न संशयः समर्थावपि तौ यन्मा नावेक्षेते परन्तपौ. Maybe again she starts blaming herself, saying that maybe I would have only committed some crime or so, some sins. That's the reason why both are not coming to secure me. कथञ्चित् भवति दृष्ट्वा दृष्टा न कालः परिदेवितुम् इमं मुहूर्तं दुःखानां रक्षस्यन्तमनिन्दिते. Again, when Hanuman saw Sita plunging into grief, he reassures her, saying that I have seen your sorrow. Now I have come. Now surely I'll go back and convey whatever I saw to Rama, and we'll make plans to come to Lanka and rescue you as soon as possible. So now you think that all your sorrow and grief has come to an end. तावुभौ पुरुषव्याघ्रौ राजपुत्रौ महाबलौ त्वद्दर्शनकृतोत्साहौ लङ्कां भस्मीकरिष्यतः. Near Hanuman, he says that both the men, both the brothers Rama and Lakshmana, they are also eager to see you. So they will also very soon they'll come to Lanka and they'll come and rescue you. Now here Sita gives the Chudamani, that is her hair ornament. Jeevitam dharayashyami masam dasharathatmaja urdhvam masana jeeveyam satyenaham satyenaham bravimite. She tells that I will hold on to life. I'll stay alive only for a month or so, you can consider. Beyond that, I'm not going to survive. You please tell this to Rama clearly. Now, basically, here, if you see, Sita had she had held on. You can say for a long period of time, she was still holding, saying that Rama will come, Rama will come. But now slowly she had started losing trust a bit. Now why it happens is again human tendency. How much we'll wait, right? So little she also tries to get impatient. ततो वस्त्रगतं मुक्त्वा दिव्यं चूडामणिं शुभं प्रदेयो राघवायेति सीता हनुमते ददौ. She took out the, so this is Chudamani Pradhanam, Dashakam 30, sorry, Sarga 38, again an important Sarga of Sundarakandam. So the hair ornament, which is called Chudamani, she removes it from her clothes and she gives it to Hanuman, who presents it. Yeah, Sanjeev, do you want to tell something? Correct. If you do some Nevidyam for Hanuman, it can be curd rice or any sweet dish. You can sweet dish like a payasam or any sweet of your choice. You can. Correct. Mm. That is because it is Chudamani Pradhana. That's the reason. In this verse only she hands over the Chudamani. That's why you can do the Karpura, you can show the Nevidyam and do the Arati. Okay. Huh. So either you do it in between or towards the end of the Parayanam, end of the Sarga also we can do. So he just shared, whenever you do the Parayanam, those who are familiar with Sundarakanda Parayanam, when you do Sarga 38 Parayanam in this verse, that is there, verse number 69, at that time you can do some kind of Nevidyam because it is Chudamani Pradhanam, an important Sarga of Sundarakanda, and you can show Karpura Arati. Okay, next is correct. So today is with Sarga. Oh, correct. Okay, yeah, yeah. Finally, after getting the Chudamani and so on, again Hanuman assures Sita saying that now your worries will come to an end and tells now let me take my future action, whatever you have given me. I'll go back, I'll convey the message to Rama, I'll give your Chudamani to Rama and so on. ज्ञात्वा सम्प्रस्थितं देवी वानरं वानरमारुतात्मजं बाष्पगद्गदया वाचा मैथिली वाक्यमब्रवीत्. Now, once Hanuman was about to leave, Sita starts crying. She tells, यदि वा मन्यसे वीर वसैकाहमरिन्दम कस्मिंश्चित् संवृते देशे विश्रान्तश्वो गमिष्यसि. Now it is already late night. So Sita tells, if you want, you stay here for today and tomorrow maybe you can leave. Sita's grief. मम चेदल्पभाग्याय सानिध्यात् तव वानर अस्य शोकस्य महतो मुहूर्तं मोक्षणं भवेत्. Now belief has developed in Sita. She develops motherly affection towards Hanuman and she tells that if you stay here for a bit longer, I'll feel assured, I'll feel happy and so on. गते हि हरिशार्दूल पुनरागमनाय तु प्राणानामपि सन्देहो मम स्यान्नात्र संशयः. She tells that if you leave this place, then by the time you come back again, my life will be uncertain. Provided that you are really able to come back. Why so? Because here, still now, though Hanuman had convinced Sita to a good extent that I can carry over the ocean, this, that, my might, everything he shows, but still she doubts because she had seen the power of the demons, Ravana, and so on. She feels that if something happens to Hanuman, everything is a flop, right? Hanuman will also lose his life. Nothing will be conveyed to Rama, and all the things which she has achieved till now, that also will go waste. So she keeps worrying about that. She tells, त्रयाणामेव भूतानां सागरस्यास्य लङ्घने शक्तिस्याद्वैनतेयस्य तव वा मारुतस्य वा. She says only three beings. They have the capacity to cross over this ocean of 100 yojanas. One is the king of birds, Vishnu's Vahanam Garuda. Second is you. Third is uh, Vayu Bhagwan. तदस्मिन् कार्यनिर्योगे वीरैवं दुरतिक्रमे किं पश्यसि समाधानं त्वं हि कार्यविदां वरः. So she tells now, you have come here, no doubt, but by what means will you return back? How are you able to perform this task? Now, why Sita questions Hanuman in this way is because she had never actually seen Hanuman crossing over it. She saw Hanuman only once he reached here. So little she has a bit of doubt in her mind, and she tells, "I hope you will be able to do this." The one is no doubt the primary reason she cares for Hanuman. Secondly, now she definitely wants Hanuman to reach the other side of the ocean and convey the message to Rama. Because if Hanuman fails, then everything, whatever has happened till now, will fail. Now, finally, Hanuman takes leave of Sita. यत्तु रामो विजानीयात् अभिज्ञानमनिन्दिते प्रप्रीतिसञ्जननं तस्य भूयस्त्वं दातुमर्हति. Now here little again Hanuman says, if possible. Now Sita had doubted upon Hanuman a lot, right? So therefore now Hanuman feels that I never know how will Rama accept this. So let me collect whatever proofs I get, whatever identification I get, and then let me go to Rama. So he tells, if possible, you give me some more way in which Rama can identify that I definitely met you. सा ब्रवीदत्तमेवेति मया विज्ञानमुत्तमम् एतदेव हि रामस्य दृष्ट्वा मत्केशभूषणं श्रद्धेयं हनुमन्वाक्यं तव वीर भविष्यति. Sita tells this is the best identification. I've given you my hair ornament, the Chudamani. Rama will definitely believe that this is mine only. तमुत्पातकृतोत्साहम् अवेक्ष हरिपुङ्गवं वर्धमानं महावेगम् उवाच जनकात्मजा अश्रुपूर्णमुखी दीना बाष्पगद्गदया गिरा. Immediately now Hanuman was blessed with the different siddhis, Laghima, Garima, Anima, and so on. So he could increase the size of his body, reduce as he wishes. So therefore, once Sita felt that now Hanuman was taking leave, she again started crying. Now here from so till Sarga 40, if you see now, if you divide the Sundarakandam properly, you'll see that till Sarga 40, Hanuman's main purpose, or you can let's not say main purpose, one of the main purpose was to meet Sita, to build a sense of assurance, trust, faith, and belief in Sita that I'm truly Ramaduta who has been sent by Rama. Now, here from Sarga 41 onwards, Hanuman tries to fulfill the duties of a true messenger or a true Duta. Now, if you see, now there are many texts you can consider, maybe Manusmriti or texts on Raja Yoga or so, that talk Raja Dharma, that talk about the duties or the dharma of a messenger. Now, actually, if you see, Rama had not told Hanuman anything that you do this, you do that. You see what happens in the palace of Ravana and so on. Because Rama also did not know that Hanuman will actually meet Sita. Though he had belief in Sita, the belief in Hanuman that he will definitely meet Sita, he didn't give this extra advice saying that you see what is there in Lanka, how is Ravana's army, this, that. Hanuman himself was so wise and intelligent, and that's the reason why, one more reason why Rama handed over the Anguli to Hanuman, saying that once you meet Sita, he knew that Hanuman is so intelligent and wise that without telling him anything, also, he will fulfill whatever he has to do and he'll come back rightly because he has the qualities of a true messenger. So, here Hanuman feels that now looking at Sita, assuring her, and so on, one part is done. But now the next part is, if I am a messenger today, I know that tomorrow a battle will take place, right? So in that case, if I look about, if I see the whereabouts of Lanka, where what is located and so on, if I get an idea of the strength of Ravana, it will become easy for us, for me, Rama, and the entire army of monkeys to fight with Ravana. So this was a strategy of Hanuman, again the qualities of a good leader. How we can again compare it is, say there is a workplace, right? So every time we have a group of, we have a team. So every time you see, the team leader will not go to meet clients, right? So you have your team leader who's there, and then you have a group of members who are all reporting to the team leader. So always the team leader will not, for any small decision that has to be taken, the team leader does not come into picture. But the members who are there, they will definitely go maybe to the client place or whatever it is, and they'll ensure they'll get an idea of whatever the client is trying to offer. They'll study everything well. Maybe the team leader will not tell you ask them this, you ask them that. Each and everything the team leader will not tell them. He'll just tell you go and meet the client and come. But the team members who are there, they ensure that they gather all the information, how much ever they can. Then they come and they tell the team leader. So in that, there will be some few extra points which maybe the team leader would have never told them, nor did he expect, but extra, because anyway we have gone to the client place, we got some information also. So they feel that tomorrow what if our leader asks, we'll be able to tell him that. So this is the same strategy that is there, which same year Hanuman also does. It's not that every time my leader or my the lord who is there, he will tell me you do this, you do that, and so on. But if I get some extra information, it will definitely be helpful. And as a duta, it is my duty, because tomorrow definitely, if I go back, Hanuman, the first question that Rama is going to ask me is, did you see Sita? I'll say, tell your drishta Sita. But the second question comes, what else did you see in Lanka? So will I like a fool tell I saw Ashokavana, I saw beautiful buildings, I saw gold mansions, this and that? Rama will make a fool out of me. When he says that what you saw in Lanka, what Rama actually expects is, how is the army of Lanka? What is the strategy of Ravana? Who are there in his army and so on. Why? Because Hanuman thinks about the future consequences also. He imagines what will happen in future when he gets an idea that now when I go back to Rama, Rama is surely going to wage a battle against Ravana because he wants to get Sita back. So let me get a picture of Ravana. But here also note one thing, Hanuman does not jump to the conclusion that a battle is going to be inevitable. Because firstly he goes, he tries to convince Ravana, he talks about his strength. That's why later he goes, he enters the palace of Ravana, and he tries to tell that even now also, if you return back Sita, Rama will definitely forgive you, war can be avoided, this, that. So first is the convincing power. So Hanuman tries to do that. He tries to convince things. Now just as again you get to the team leader client example, initially the team members who are there, they'll try to negotiate, right? You do this in this way, that way, and so on. If things don't work, then the entry of the leader comes in. Otherwise, he doesn't come into picture. Right? So the same thing here also. Hanuman from his side, as a true messenger, as a true Duta Bhakta, from his side, whatever he could do, he gives his best. He feels that anyway I have come, let me fulfill everything and I'll go back. So that is Sarga 41. So Sarga 41 onwards shows the character of Hanuman as a true Duta, a true messenger. He builds his strategy so that based on that he can go back and convey the message to Rama. अल्पशेषमिदं कार्यं दृष्टेयमसि ते क्षण तेनुपायानतिक्रम्य चतुर्थः इह विद्यते नासामरक्षस्सु गुणाय कल्पते न दानमर्थोपचितेषु युज्यते न वेदसाद्या बलदर्पिता जनाः पराक्रमस्त्वेव ममेह रोचते. Here he tells the same thing, that one is I wanted to see Sita, that is done. Now little more what is remaining is, now he thinks that how now, here again what Hanuman tries to show is, depending on the situation and people who are there around, we have to use our brains. So here Hanuman says these are all demons. So you just tell them something, you negotiate with them, you give them gifts, you maybe speak to them nicely also, they will not retaliate, because that is the nature of demons. What you have to, in which way we have to react with them is by showing our power. It is I have to directly use my strength also. Now this Sarga 41 verse number 2 again tries to give us a lesson. What is that lesson is, depending on the situation and depending on the people who are there around, we should act. I'll give you a simple example. Say, for example, you have a small child. If you have to convince a small child, maybe you tell the child, no, I'll buy this for you, I'll buy a chocolate for you, or whatever it is, you do this, right? The child agrees. Same can we do with an elderly person? We cannot do that, right? Depending on the situation, little it changes, right? Like again, if you come to a workplace or something like that, you maybe tell, no, you do this for me and try to give it in discount also. Or we have something called incentives, which we give it to people. What is that incentives? Which motivates people, saying that okay, I'll get a bonus, or so I'll get an incentive this month, let me put in more efforts, right? So depending upon the situation, depending upon the age group, depending upon the place, we try to act. Same thing here, Hanuman also tries to do. We cannot use the same strategy for everyone, right? We behave differently with children, we behave differently with people of our same age. It can be even a very simple thing. You go for a wedding, the gift will be different. You go for a birthday party, the gift will be different. You go for a griha pravesha or something, a gift is different, right? So depending on this, and even now also, if it is a very close members, close family members wedding, our gifts increase. Our gifts are different. If it is some maybe a neighbor or a friend or something, the gift will be different. So depending on the situation, we change. Same here, Hanuman also, he tries to analyze, saying that I cannot behave in the similar fashion that I do with everyone. These are demons. They, in the language that they understand, I have to speak to them that way. So only if I show power, they will be able to learn. So he's leaving out the 3 year means negotiation. Treenupayan atikramya chaturtaf iha vidyate. What are the 3 year? That is either negotiation by telling them no, please return Sita. That is pleading with them is of no use. Second is they are already wealthy, so I cannot give them gifts also. Second is thirdly, any other maybe in money matters also, nothing of that sort, nothing I can do. Fourth only remains. What is that fourth is? I have to show them my power. Only then they will understand. Now here, कार्ये कर्मणि निर्दिष्टे यो बहून्यपि साधयेत् पूर्वकार्यो विरोधेन स कर्तुमर्हति. Valmiki, he adds these two verses as an extra verse to show or to convey a deep message, the same thing that we discussed. One is someone tells you to do something, you do that, good. But even without telling you to do something, if you do, and that ultimately is for the well being, that is where people are truly appreciated. So here Hanuman he does that. The main objective was to see Sita, Drishta Sita, that is already done. But even after accomplishing your objective, if you do something extra which will result in the well-being only, that person is truly worthy. He can be praised. So that is what mentioned here. This is what Valmiki highlights also. न ह्येकसाधको हेतुः स्वल्पस्यापीह कर्मणः यो ह्यर्थं बहुधा वेद स समर्थोऽर्थसाधने. To do something, there are many ways. Now, here also Hanuman, here he does not give up, saying that now what should I do? How can I go and convince Ravana? How can I actually enter the kingdom of Ravana, palace of Ravana? How can I meet with the Rakshasas? How can I show my power to them? He thinks of various ways. No, it is totally impossible. I cannot face Ravana. He's very mighty. Demons will come and attack me. This, that. Hanuman does not think this way. He finds out different ways. Just as even before he met Sita, if you see, he saw different ways, right? He was sitting on top of the Shimshapa tree. He thinks, and only then he arrives at a conclusion. Finally, he tells that, okay, let me not. Now, there are many ways. One is he could have directly met Sita. He didn't do that. He sat on top of the tree. He could have directly jumped down from the tree and met Sita, I am Ramaduta. He could have said. He didn't do that. Directly, he could have handed over the ring given by Rama. He did not do that. What he did was he chose the last option. He told the story of Rama. And once trust was there in Sita, built up in Sita, then he came in front of her. Now, all these three, four ways that I told you, jumping directly down, telling that I am Ramaduta, or handing over the ring to Sita, or maybe telling the story of Rama, these are all different ways. The objective will be achieved, that Hanuman will be able to meet Sita. But the way we do it, we have to be very, very smart. We have to use our brains rightly. In which way, if I take, which way, if I do things, it will help in achieving the result. That is very, very important. Hanuman thought about this very carefully. He chose the last part. He thinks that let me convey the story of Rama, definitely Sita will be happy. So here that is what is nahyeka sadako hetu. It's not that for every problem there is only one solution. There can be different ways. So think about that clearly. Depending on the situation, what suits the situation best, thinking upon that, you take an action. कथं नु खल्वद्य भवेत् सुखागतं प्रसह्य युद्धं मम राक्षसैः सह तथैव खल्वात्मबलं च सारवत् समानयेन्मां चरणे दशाननः. He tells, how can I fight a war with these demons today? And how can, like, if I fight a war also, obviously it's not going to be something happy or very you can say a good ending, right? So but at the same time I don't find any other way, because all my convincing power and so on, the demons nor Ravana, they're not going to listen to me. War is the only thing which can be done. But he thinks, saying that now always remember, Duta or a messenger's duty is not to fight. His duty is just to convey the message of his army, message of his master, and come back. If he fights a war, that is wrong on his side. Though the messenger will be capable, though the situation demands, like in this case, he could have fought with Ravana and taken Sita back, but he did not do that. One is Sita had already told him, let Rama come and do it. Secondly, here he does not forget that I am actually a messenger. So here you see it is such a tricky and difficult situation for Hanuman. He wants to convey the message of Rama. He wants to show the strategy. He wants to know about the strategy of Ravana and Lanka. At the same time, he wants to show his power to the demons. And at the same time, he doesn't want to fight a war also. So, considering all this, what should I do now? And that too, time is very less. So, you just imagine the situation of Hanuman. Maybe if we were one of upon us, we leave everything aside and we'll come back saying that why I am fighting. That too for what? Who is Sita? Who is Rama? What is my personal gain in this? Nothing. Let me leave everything. Let me come back home and sleep. Right? But Hanuman does not think about this. He's racking his brains. How should I do? ततः दशाननं समन्त्रिवर्गं सबलप्रयायिनं हृदि स्थितं तस्य मतं बलं च सुखेन मत्वाहमितः पुनर्व्रजे. He tells that I can only happily return if I have shown Ravana and his entire army his strength, everything. Only if I come across how strong they are, only if they know that. Now, why here again Hanuman plans this is to give a taste of Ravana his power. And that's when you see later we can see in the Yuddha Kandam and so on, wherein because Hanuman had shown he had burnt entire Lanka or so, Ravana got an idea. Though he did not agree to that, his ego was at the topmost level. Still, somewhere a sense of fear had already developed in Ravana, saying that if the Duta himself is so powerful, how will the leader, how will Rama be? That's the reason why Hanuman also wanted to show a taste of his power. Okay, so with this we will stop here. What Hanuman finally does next, we'll have a look next time.